So here is Busenaz CAKIROGLU from Trabzon in Turkey, the tournament #1 seed, preparing for her first bout of London 2020. She's ranked #3 in the world. She comes to the ring
and in the blue
for her first bout of the tournament.
Maria Gonzalez Caceres.
Her opponent is Maria Gonzalez Caceres from the Spanish capital, Madrid. Not as much experience under her belt, but a huge moment for the 22-year-old.
Your referee in ring A from Korea.
So we've got judges from the United States of America, Sri Lanka, Mongolia, Kazakhstan, and Algeria. All 5 judges' scores will be considered in the event that this goes to the scorecards. And remember, the 10-point must system is in effect. So it was a unanimous point decision win over Tamara Tonoksi from Hungary. Jung-Suk Cho of the Korean Republic is the referee. So the usual protocol of all equipment being closely checked by the 3rd person in the ring. And of course, women's head guards remaining a feature of women's boxing. And we've got a gong in effect on ring A as the tournament #1 seed Busenaz CAKIROGLU facing off against Maria Gonzalez Caceres in blue. Southpaw left attempted by CAKIROGLU. First bout of the tournament for her, remember, on this, the 3rd day of competition. So may just take the time to get familiar with the ring canvas beneath her feet and this atmosphere. What is going to be a strange atmosphere for the boxers, but it's the same for all athletes, of course. And you can hear the Turkish team out in full effect cheering on the 2nd-ranked boxer in the world at 52 kilograms. Excuse me, 51 kilograms in the flyweight division. So just offering a different stance now, hand down by her belt line and looking to score with that southpaw left. Hasn't yet found the range, but just presenting a different look in front of Maria Gonzalez Caceres. Just over a minute gone in the opening round, and both boxers still looking to find their range. Left hand lead wasn't too far away from the Spanish boxer, and that brings CAKIROGLU onto the front foot, looking to close the distance, but she didn't let any shots go. So again, plenty of sparring with the lead hands, feinting who will be the first to commit. As this looks like a battle between counter punchers. It was Caceres who triggered off on that occasion, but she couldn't find the mark. And now willingly retreating to the blue corner is CAKIROGLU. Nice movement off the ropes, but she did get caught with the final left hand from Caceres. And that's the bell for ring B. So again, the focus, the boxers have to be focused. This is the gong that will determine the end of the round in ring A. Caceres trying a combination, but short of the mark, not taking her feet with her. CAKIROGLU continuing to try and tempt and tease. She did score with a good right hand, and that preceded a flurry of punches where she was able to find the mark of the woman in blue. Left hand not too far away from Caceres. Using that jab as a range finder, perhaps looking to snake out a long backhand, but she's caught by a single jab without reply, which came up from the belt line from CAKIROGLU. So closing seconds of this opening round. It's been a cagey affair so far. The #2 ranked boxer in the world, the woman in red, just using this as something as a scouting mission. Caceres has been trying to get her jab working. 10-second clapper has just sounded. Again, a front foot flurry from the woman in red. Did see a scoring shot landed. So a cat and mouse affair during the opening 3 minutes. As we take a look at some of the action from that opening round. Southpaw left not too far away. This is where CAKIROGLU got onto the front foot and tried to pin CACERES into the corner and work away. And this is where the left hand did score for CACERES. So remember, we've got 5 scoring judges in operation here, all of them using the 10-point must system. Precious few scoring punches, but it is CAKIROGLU who has swept it. All 5 judges scoring 10-9 in her favor to give her the first round unanimously. So into the second round then, 51-kilogram flyweight action. The winner in this second preliminary round will go through to the quarterfinals. And remember, a win in the quarterfinals is what is needed to punch your ticket through to Tokyo. So stakes incredibly high. Right hand not too far away from CACERES. Nice use of the feet from CAKIROGLU, the reigning World Championship silver medalist, to get herself out of that confined position in the corner. Using her feet well is CAKIROGLU. CACERES coming forward, but the 3-shot salvo short of the mark, as CAKIROGLU was able to back up. Here she looks to pin her opponent in the neutral corner, but again, CAKIROGLU remaining composed and spinning herself out of harm's way through nice footwork. Here she's inviting pressure once again. Watch for the counterpunch, particularly from the backhand. Try to right uppercut that time off her own turnbuckle. Terrific footwork to throw that check right uppercut. And again, that was the more eye-catching shot of that exchange. Using the corners of the ring, using all the space of the ring is CAKIROGLU. CACERES takes a hard left hand to the body. And with the first phase of attack falling short as it is, maybe CACERES should come with another phase of attack. Keep the attack going to try and make CAKIROGLU uncomfortable. Because midway through this second round, she's just finding a range a little bit more effectively than she was in the first. Remember, it's her first bout of the tournament, as she invites pressure once again, dances her way out of the corner and scores with a left hook, but it was to the rear of the head of CACERES, rendering it a rabbit punch. That's a beautiful 1-2-3 from CAKIROGLU. Head, body, head, and a beautiful 2-shot combination while she was under pressure, but during the course of that exchange, it was the woman in red who got the better of it. So she's cutting an incredibly composed figure up there in the boxing ring at the moment. And CACERES, again, picked off by a southpaw left as her own 2 punches fell short. Coming forward behind, high held hands now. And again, look at that, 3 shots short of the mark and a cuffing little looping long right hook, catching her as she was advancing. Very good boxing display this from CAKIROGLU, who has found her range with increasing regularity as this contest has progressed. Approaching the final 30 seconds of the second round. Remember, the first round scored unanimously in favor of the tournament #1 seed, the second-ranked boxer in the world. And she has increased her dominance in this second round. Nice right hand again from CAKIROGLU. CACERES continuing to come forward, and the backhand catches the woman in blue once again, as does that spearing up jab from CAKIROGLU. A very good round of boxing from Busenaz CAKIROGLU of Turkey, the reigning European Games and European champion, with a very good second 3 minutes. Some of the action from that second round. This is what she did increasingly, invited pressure on the ropes, and when she set the trap for Gonzalez CACERES, she was able to beat her to the punch repeatedly. And she also did it from the space of center ring. There was the rabbit punch, as that left hook landed on the rear of the head, and then at the final action of the round, she scored with a single shot once again. So 10-9 across the board for the second consecutive round for Busenaz CAKIROGLU of Turkey. She's in a really commanding position as we prepare to go into the third and final round. So into the third and final round, then it's a beautiful southpaw jab landed by CAKIROGLU to begin the session. And look at that for a left hook off the ropes and then a right hook before spinning out to the space of center ring. It's been a brilliant performance by the tournament #1 seed so far. The first 3 minutes, almost something of a reconnaissance mission as she just took her time, found a range, scored with very few effective punches, but significantly they were more than CACERES was able to land. And then in the second round, she increased her dominance, and in this third round already, she has landed with some cracking punch picking. And I have to point out that even though the public have been forbidden from entering the arena, this contest now taking place behind closed doors, the associated teammates and team members are doing a really good job creating an atmosphere for the athletes to compete in. So often, of course, it isn't measurable, but athletes will say how much energy and inspiration they draw from crowds that are in attendance. And the teammates are doing a terrific job in this, perhaps the ultimate individual sport, and the athletes able to draw from the energy being provided by their compatriots, colleagues and teammates up in the stands here at the Copper Box. Approaching the second half of the third and final round, CACERES goes without saying, in reality she needs a stoppage, because even if she had a dominant round, that would only get her back to parity as she's trailing 2018 for all 5 scoring judges. Just look at that beautiful footwork from CAKIROGLU. Successfully top spot on the European podium once again after taking the under-22 championships in Romania in 2018. And last year she took a senior title, adding to the senior silver medal she won in 2018 in Sofia in Bulgaria. And of course, capping off a brilliant 2019 by coming away with the silver medal in Oyunu, as she invites more pressure once again. González Caceres, Spanish club champion, silver medalist in 2019. Adding to the third place finish she took in the fully fledged senior national championships the year before. She's always continued to compete and go for this, but she's in with an operator who has got far more experience and knows just too much for her at this stage of their respective Olympic-style boxing careers. But credit to her competitive spirit, because she has always continued to look for that finishing shot that she needs. But boxing clever is Busenaz CAKIROGLU, who's just going to see this one over the line, opening her account with a comfortable unanimous points decision win, we suspect, that will take her through to the quarterfinals. There's the gong to conclude the first bout here on this third day of action at the Copper Box, and it will be Busenaz CAKIROGLU, the tournament #1 seed, who will progress through to the quarterfinals with a unanimous points decision win.
Una tijera, hijo. Ahora, tío.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of bout #1 in ring A. Your winner via a unanimous decision in the red corner, Busenaz CAKIROGLU.
So there's confirmation of a unanimous points decision win for Busenaz CAKIROGLU from Turkey, the tournament #1 seed. Opening her account with a very good display indeed. She goes through to the quarterfinals of the women's flyweight division. Remember, 21 boxers lined up to begin this bracket, and it is the top 6 who will progress through to Tokyo 2020. So she can prevail in her next bout, which is scheduled for the 19th of March in the afternoon session. She will be an Olympian. But that still a few days away, but she's achieved her first objective by progressing through to keep herself in contention. Maria González Caceres, the 22-year-old from Spain, outpointed unanimously. So her tournament comes to an end here in London after 2 contests, winning 1 and losing 1.
Flyweight prelim at under 51 kilograms.